India, the world's largest democracy, recently concluded its 6-week-long election and delivered a blow to the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party, whose leader Narendra Modi has been Prime Minister for the past decade. The BJP won 240 seats, a plurality which still allows it to lead, but via a coalition government in India's parliamentary system. In 2014 and 2019, the party won landslide majorities. But the nation of 1.4 billion seems to have lost some of its appetite for Modi's brand of right-wing Hindu supremacist fundamentalism and neoliberal economic policies. My guest is Amandeep Sandhu, a Punjabi writer and journalist who has written for various Indian and foreign publications. He's author of CPL Leaves, Roll of Honour, Punjab Journeys Through Fault Lines, and Bravado to Fear to Abandonment. He's based in India, and in 2022 he wrote a story for Yes magazine about the Indian farmers' protests. I'm so pleased to welcome you back to our program. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for remembering me and calling me here.
So why is it that the BJP lost its majority? Modi was promising a super majority and didn't even manage to deliver a simple majority. And his party now has not enough seats in the Lok Sabha to form its own government. It has to join with other parties. What happened? I know there's many factors. India is a huge and very complicated country, but if you can give a nutshell of why it is that voters basically weren't very enthusiastic.
A very short nutshell would be hype and propaganda and not delivering on the ground. Using religion for polarizing the country. And there is a limit to every polarization. Promising the world, but really keeping people poor and benefiting the oligarchs. At some point, people started asking questions. People started, looking at themselves and saying, but we are not benefiting from this government. Why should we continue to vote him in? It's scary, actually, the way they build Modi as the only factor of the BJP, and his brand value had to come down someday. They suffer from great arrogance, and I'm very satisfied that at least they were grounded this time.
Now, ahead of the elections, Modi's party released some major, very long overdue economic reports and claimed that India had, really made massive strides toward helping to eradicate poverty. A lot of people said that those reports were overblown, where sort of the numbers were massaged to suit Modi. Does it come down to economics? You've written about the farmers' protests, and farmers were, of course, very unhappy, even though they basically forced Modi's hands. But do you feel that economic policies were at its core a big factor?
Absolutely, economic policies, but even more than that, it is trust in what the government or the media sympathetic to the government is relaying to the public. There is a huge post-truth factor going on in India now.
Post-truth? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
post-truth?
Because we can't trust what the government is saying. We can't trust what the mainstream media is saying. We don't know what is really going on. So you saw during the farmers' protests, the whole media, the mainstream media, tilted to speak for the government and did not report the protest for what it was, why it was, how it was organized. Many like me stepped in at that point. And this time, for these elections, there has been a flood of YouTubers, journalists with long standing, who could not find jobs in the regular media anymore. They started their YouTube channel, and that has gone very far in reaching people. Because economically, people are feeling that the gas cylinders have gone up. So how do we cook? They're seeing that the petrol prices, the diesel prices have gone up. They are seeing that there is huge inflation in the market. You are paying 2 times, 3 times for what you were paying 10 years back. They are seeing that they're not getting jobs. They're seeing that there are entire families with 2 or 3 or 4 working people who have lost their jobs. So this started from demonetization actually in 2016, and it has taken 8 years to percolate down to everybody that we are actually becoming poor.